Hey everyone, Barkat here. Welcome to our marketing show, and this is episode 6. Today I am super excited because we have Bryce Coleman with us. He's the founder of Magnet Marketing SEO and also runs the YouTube channels where he shares tons of valuable insights on local service ads, SEO, and Google Ads. If you are running a service-based business or helping clients to get more leads online, you are going to love this episode for sure. So, Bryce, let's kick off. So, how did you get first? I mean, how do you get into SEO and the local service ads? Can you just explain your journey?
Sure. Yeah, so originally I had my own business. I was doing website design as a
Mm-hmm.
freelancing. That was kind of like a side hustle during college. But my main
Uh-huh.
business was actually in tourism. I spoke Japanese. I had a tour company where we did Circle
Yeah.
Island tours, and I had a camper van rental company. And then
Uh-huh.
in college, my professors that I realized that I looked up to the most, they all retired early
Uh-huh.
and started teaching as like a retirement profession. And all of them that were really rich and doing really well for themselves had studied digital marketing and SEO. And so
Okay.
I started taking
Uh-huh.
SEO classes in college at the very end, and then decided like this is what I really want to learn. I wish I had
Yeah.
realized that a little bit earlier, so I could have taken a marketing degree like you did, but it was
Yeah.
still pretty good. And so
Uh-huh.
I just started learning from experience. That's the best way to learn, in my opinion, is just like try to rank a website because there's so many resources out there on YouTube and blogs
Uh-huh.
and free guides. I feel like a lot of people don't want to do it themselves. They want to like be told what to do exactly, and so they buy courses, but then the information in the course is the exact same as the free content. And so
Yeah.
it's like, why are you wasting all this
I get
money?
it.
You just gotta
Yeah.
implement it, not like learn it. And
Yeah.
so,
I get it. Like what
but
you're
yeah,
saying. Yeah.
it was a lot
Mm-hmm.
of fun. And then over time, I got into website design and SEO, and then I realized that like, oh, local service ads came out. It was like maybe 2021 is when I got into
Yeah.
that.
21.
And I
Mm-hmm.
realized it was a huge opportunity because no one else was doing it. And so like the clients that I set it up for, they loved me. Like they still love me because they were getting leads for $20, 100 leads a month, 200 leads a month. And so we were the
Yeah.
first people like
It's fabulous.
in a lot of
Mm.
markets. And I still love doing that too. Like every time a new industry is added to local service ads, I like to try to call my friends or like other people who are in that industry. Like for example, auto detailing, that one was
Mm-hmm.
added last year. So I called my friends who did auto detailing, like, hey, you should sign up on this thing. And they love it. They're getting like $10 leads. It's the
Oh,
best.
really?
And so
Oh my
yeah,
God.
because there's
Yeah.
no competition and it's an auction model. So it's like a blue ocean whenever there's a new industry added. So that was
Mm-hmm.
really cool. And then, we just, as I grew and realized I couldn't do everything myself, I added more and more people to the team. And now we've got, 20 contractors or employees, VAs that work and all sorts of things inside of the digital marketing. Been
Yeah,
pretty fun.
sounds good, man. Yeah, sounds good, man. Yeah. I mean, I used to work with your company. I know that like how it works. Yeah. I mean, it was
Yeah.
amazing for sure. Yeah. So, I mean, as you mentioned, like there are a couple of local service ads accounts you have right now. I mean, mostly we will talk about local service ads today. How many local service ads clients right now you have?
Around 150. I
Oh,
mean, accounts that I have access to or that I've set up is around 150.
oh,
Um, but I ones I'm actively managing and have set up automations for, I think there's 30.
30.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
I got it. Hmm. I mean,
So we
and
we log into
w-
those 30 and make sure that the messages are replied to and all that other stuff and set up automations for them. The rest of
yeah,
them one time one off setups or
yeah. I
audits.
got it. Understood. Yeah. So like when you're setting a new brand new local service ads campaign, you know, for a client for sure. So what's your go-to process for getting approved and active quickly? Like what's the process?
Yeah, the only thing that really takes time if they're not in, I mean, Garage Door and Locksmith, they have advanced verification. And so
Yeah, I know
that's a
that.
whole nother
Mm-hmm.
story. But every
Mm-hmm.
other industry, it's pretty simple. The background check's the only part that takes a little bit of time. And
How
sometimes
many
connecting to
days?
Google
How many
Business
days?
Profile. They say
Sorry.
2 weeks, but
Oh.
usually it's honestly less than that. It just depends on the time of year that you're doing it. Like, the last one I did only
Yeah.
took 3 days, so
Oh,
it's good.
sounds good, man.
Um,
Yeah, it's
the
good.
longest I've ever had is 1 month. So between 3 days and a
Really.
month, that's your range.
Which niche actually? I mean, you tried.
It was also a garage door company actually.
That's
It
why.
doesn't
That's
really
why.
matter. It's
That's
just the person's background, and it depends on if there's two different companies. There's Evident, and there's one other one. Like 80% of the country is Evident. The other one, I forgot the name.
uh,
That one takes a little longer than Evident does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got it. And I mean, what's the most common mistake you see when a business owners like set up this one? I know that there are a couple of business owners who at least tried to set up the local services.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, as you mentioned, like you audited a
There's a
couple of
lot of
accounts. So,
mistakes. I mean, it's a very
I mean, what are
simple
the
platform, but
most
it's
common? Yeah.
surprising that
Uh-huh.
people like don't at least watch a YouTube video on what the best practices are or something, because like I,
Yeah.
I just audited an account yesterday and the guy had never added there's a little section where you can add information about your company, the bio.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like they
Mm-hmm.
didn't add that. Like that's the only personalization you can add on the account and they didn't do it for the last 2 years,
Oh my
It's
God.
like crazy. Or the biggest problem that I see is usually adding locations by city. So they'll add like the city of
Mm-hmm.
Phoenix, the city of Tempe, but when you add it by city, there's still so much area that's not targeted inside of the
Mm-hmm.
ad because you can see
Yeah.
like the little bubble that fills up. And so you really need to add cities, zip codes, counties, ideally counties because that covers the whole area. And
Mm-hmm.
just that one fix will usually grow your ads pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And then the other one
Understood.
is like people who just don't realize that they need to respond to messages inside the platform. And so like
Yeah.
they'll have like 100 messages that they never replied to. And on their ad publicly it will say typically replies in. And then if there says anything other than minutes, then it's bad. It's
Uh-huh.
a negative ranking factor, which a lot of them will
Mm.
say typically replies in days, typically replies in hours. So
Oh.
that's not good.
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, I get it. It sucks. So let's say like, I'm in new business owners. Like I don't have much reviews on my Google My Business profile. Let's say five reviews I have, and I
Hmm.
do have a budget of how much, like 5 grand. So I
Hmm.
mean, what's your approach if you just onboard me as a client, in local services? Like, is it possible to run local service ad using just 5 reviews or no?
Yeah, you can. It depends on the how far you're willing to drive. So if you're willing to
Oh
drive
yeah.
further than your
Uh-huh.
competitors, then you can target areas that are low competition, like out in the boonies, and you'll be able to get
Uh-huh.
cheap leads to get you started. And once you
Uh-huh.
have gotten a few leads, it's all about momentum. So like once you get
Okay.
5 or 6 calls and you answered the calls correctly, and Google sees that you're trustworthy and you're able to, respond to leads quickly, then you'll start
Uh-huh.
ranking in the more high competition areas, and it'll trickle down. But
Uh,
it was in July of this year that Google Local Service Ads and GMB completely combined and merged their reviews. And
yeah.
during July, if you look in your local service ads, a lot of times you'll have a large ranking discrepancy because they completely like reset the algorithm for local service ads at that time. So some of my clients that were like getting 5, 6 leads a day started only getting like 2 to 3 leads a day. And some of the clients that were getting like 0 leads started getting like 2 leads. So it's really interesting. Every time you see a large algorithm change, like in July,
Uh-huh.
then you have to kind of pivot. So reviews have become a little bit more important for LSA. Before I feel like they weren't that big of a deal, but
Mm-hmm.
GMB reviews is more important than before
Yeah, I
because
know
of
that.
that.
Like, I mean, yeah, I know that. Like, I mean, reviews are the obviously key in LSA, but I mean, beyond the reviews, what is the hidden ranking factors? Like most people overlook in LSA.
Mhm. It's definitely response time. So like if you are connected your local service ad account to an MCC, like the manager
Uh-huh.
Google ad account,
Yeah.
you're able
Mm-hmm.
to see additional data that you can't see when you're just logged into a normal LSA dashboard. And one of those data points that you're able to see as an agency is how many calls they've missed and the percentage of calls missed versus connected. And that's like the most important metric that I pay attention to when I'm auditing accounts and I check my clients like, hey man, you missed
Mm-hmm.
30% of your calls. That's horrible. We're gonna stop getting calls unless you figure this out. And so if a client is having a consistent issue where they're not, doing a good job at
Mm-hmm.
that, then we'll set up an AI answering service for them so that after, 1 or 2 rings, it goes to the AI answering service. So at least Google will see that they're answering the phone and they won't get
Phones. Oh,
penalized.
yeah.
And so that's
Yeah.
one workaround, that we'll suggest to them. We just set up a go high level answering bot and then have them forward their number to it.
Uh-huh.
The other one
Yeah.
is the message thing, which we've also found a workaround with that because whenever you get a message lead, you can set who the email goes to.
Yeah.
You can set it
Mm-hmm.
up to go to your text or your email. And so if you set it to go to my email, info@magnetmarketingseo.com, I can set up an automation through NAN that any email I get from this type of local service ad will get an automatic response saying, "Hey, we will get back with you in just a few minutes." And
Yeah.
so now all my clients are getting this auto reply so that their Google sees that they're being responsive and
Response.
their
Yeah.
response score goes up. Now they're saying like, oh, we typically reply in minutes instead of typically
Yeah.
reply in days. Even though the
I
client still has to do their part and call the lead and message them, but at least they're not being penalized and the rankings will go up. So that's like the
yeah.
two big ones that I find sometimes clients need.
Yeah, I get it. Like, yeah, it's
And I
all
don't know
about the
any other agency
automations,
owner
yeah.
who's done that, like the message. That's something we just figured out on our own with
Yeah.
and
Yeah. I get it. Like
yeah.
it's all about the AI automations, like how fast you are replying, this kind of
Yeah,
things. Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. So yeah, do you ever recommend setting up multiple business profile, like different locations under one account? Is it
for sure.
possible?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it helps.
Mm.
It's
I mean,
nice when you have additional
how do you handle that
GMBs.
actually? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can't have overlapping service areas targeted, but as long as you keep the service areas separate, then it's fine. Like
Yeah.
I have one client in California, they have six GMBs and six LSA, all stretched across California. We just set up their service areas to be separate. And it's really interesting actually analyzing their LSA because it's all in California and relatively the same market, but the cost per lead is very different depending on which city they're in, uh,
Mm.
from other
Makes
competitors.
sense. I mean,
Yeah.
my question is like, how much I mean, what is the highest lead cost per conversions in LSA you saw so far, and what is the minimum, like lowest one you saw,
Yeah. The lowest is
and for
definitely
which
whenever
niche?
a new industry is added, then it's like $10. Like for example,
Fantastic.
roofing when we added them 2 years ago, or I mean, whenever we first started, they were like
Yeah.
$10 to $15. And but right now, auto detailers, they're still getting $10 to $15 ones. The most expensive is definitely in the like lawyers. Those are the most expensive
How
I've seen.
how much? How much? Like in numbers?
Like $250 is the most I've ever seen. But
Oh, oh, is this for immigration lawyer or like divorce or anything, like on which
yeah, that one was
segment? Yeah.
for auto accident lawyer, I think. And
Oh.
yeah. So that's actually different than local. So Google Local Service Ads has subsets. They also have, some for professionals, which is a
Mm-hmm.
slightly different setup process. You have to have like a selfie or like a picture of yourself and verify
Uh-huh.
slightly differently. Same with real estate agents and other professional services. But those cost per lead tends to be higher than the home service local service ads.
Yeah, I agree. I got it. Yeah. And how do you balance the lead quality versus the lead quantity? I mean, quality versus
Yeah,
quantity.
it,
If
it
I am
really
talking
depends
like,
on the area. Some of my clients get a lot of spam calls, which is just unfortunate. There's not a ton we can do. You just always need
how
to make
do
sure that you're
you,
doing the feedback
uh,
section where you say, give feedback and it tells
yeah,
Google if it's a good lead or a bad lead. And that does
uh,
improve. And I have seen pretty accurate responses ever since Google switched to 100% AI. I thought it was going to be a lot worse, but it's been fine on the
it's fine so far.
refunds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because we get a lot of refunds that aren't even we didn't even ask for a refund. Like we're getting credited more than before, even the ones that are good leads. But I think right now Google has changed their policy. So it used to be they would every time you got a message lead, you
Mm-hmm.
would, if you responded to it and said it's not a good lead, you would get denied as long as it was a real homeowner. But now, because Google switched, so now they're encouraging people to receive multiple bids. So if you've
Yeah,
seen that option in Google, they say like message three
yeah.
providers. So
Mm-hmm.
ever since they made that change, which upset a lot of people because now you're like trying to get us to bid against each other.
Yeah.
They started refunding message leads anytime they do that, which is weird. Like whoever the first person is that responds usually gets charged, and then the other people just get auto refunded. Even if I respond like in 10 minutes, someone else responded in 2 minutes, I still got refunded, which is really interesting that Google's doing that. But
Yeah, I mean, it is. Yeah, of course it is. Like, yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, to be honest, I
yeah,
don't know why, but yeah, I mean, yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it's fine. I guess I won't argue about being refunded. I wish they wouldn't ask for like encourage people to get multiple bids, but like if they are, at least they're not charging me. So.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah,
And
it's
you can
fine then.
still
Yeah.
you can still potentially get the job because you have the phone number so you can call them and say like, "Hey, I saw you were looking," and sometimes you close the deal without even getting charged, which is it's
which
good.
is which is fantastic. Yeah, yeah, of
Mhm.
course, yeah, it is. And let's say like if a business owner asks you like how much should I spend on LSA, and because since it's not like Google ad daily budget or something like this. So how do you set the client's expectations? Like when clients say that I have X amount of money, like
Yeah.
do
Yeah,
I mean do
for
whatever
me,
best. Yeah.
LSA is like the no-brainer ad platform that you should always set up no matter what, because and you should always spend as much as you possibly can. Uh,
Yeah.
because there's no real way you can waste money on it unless you're just like horrible at sales. But that's a whole nother problem, you know, because you only
Yeah.
pay when you get a qualified lead. And so you want to get as many leads as you can. And no matter what your budget is, you just want to maximize that platform. Google ads and Facebook ads, you know, you can easily waste your budget if you're not careful and you need to be like incremental about increasing the budget. That's not the way with
Uh-huh.
LSA. You just want as much as you can all the time because
Yeah.
you're not going to, first of all, if you're in a competitive area, you're not going to get as many as you want. I mean, it's just not possible a lot of times if you're a new account with not,
Yeah.
you know, no
Hmm.
account history. You get some leads, but you're not going to get, 100 leads a
As
month.
much as, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Like the number of the leads, yeah, I can control. So is there any
Mhm.
way to control the number of the leads? Like let's say if I want to get X amount of lead per day, is there no way to control
Uh,
that?
No, 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 no. It's not really, I mean, there's best practices and we can make sure that you're doing everything right. But even if you do everything right, you're not always going to get as many as you want.
Yeah, I get it. And do you
There's a,
do you
there's a couple
recommend?
tricks. Like
Uh-huh.
I'll share one trick that we do
Yeah, sure,
that
sure,
I
sure.
haven't shared before, but it's just like a type of CTR manipulation, like
Oh yeah.
click-through manipulation.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, yeah, I know
instead
that.
of so you just have your people who are inside of the area that you're trying to target, you can have them Google the service or keyword, search for it, and then click on your link at your ad, and then call and pretend to be a customer, and then they would have to treat you like a customer and mark it as booked, mark it as a good lead. So you get charged for this lead. And so it's really crappy tactic because you're having to pay for a lead that it's not actually real. But
Yeah.
if you're in a competitive area and you don't have enough reviews and you're not getting any leads, like if you set up the account right and you don't get any
Mm-hmm.
leads in the first 2 weeks, that means your area is very, very competitive. And there's not a whole lot you can do aside from expanding the service area, adding additional
Mm-hmm.
services, adding additional categories. You can do that. But if that's not an option, then this is an option of, doing fake calls. And it's about creating momentum because you just need Google to trust you that you can answer the phone so that they start
Yeah.
ranking you so that you can get some leads. So usually I try to do it in batches of five. We'll do like five
Mm-hmm.
at a time, two a day, for a couple of days. And then if that boosts it, then I'll do another five maybe. The most I've ever done is 10. But I've done it a handful of times, and every time it's gotten it from a brand new account that didn't get any leads to getting,
Uh-huh.
at least one lead a day, which
I
is
get.
good. And the other thing that's nice is on a new account, you get a $500 ad credit. So if you're
Yeah.
in a semi-competitive area, and you only get that ad credit if you spend more than 500, you have to spend like $1,000 within 60 days, pretty much. So you
Yep.
spend $500
Mm-hmm.
and the next $500 is free. And so most clients that are brand new and don't rank, they like try to apply for it, but they don't even spend enough money to be able to utilize it. And so in my mind, doing this fake call strategy, it's pretty much paid for by Google's ad credit because you might spend
Yeah.
$500 in fake calls,
Mm.
but
Mm.
then it jumpstarts your account and now you're getting, 2 to 3 leads a day and
Yeah.
it's worth it. Um,
Is there any other way to jump up the accounts? And like I believe like it's a kind of black hat,
mm.
tactic.
The
So
other like natural method is to add photos because you can add up to 100 photos to your
100
LSA
photos, yeah.
account. That's the
Mm-hmm.
limit. And the
Yeah.
photos that they feature are always photos with faces. Their algorithm is looking for faces. And so if you can get a team photo shoot in front,
Mm-hmm.
also they like branded trucks. So like branded truck photo shoot, branded
Oh.
team photo shoot, team in front of the trucks photo shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Those on the ads and they'll feature it and they do directly impact rankings as well. So that's, one of the
Okay.
white hat things. And then, of course, expanding the service area to be stupid large, adding additional categories that are lower competition, which is a really underrated tactic. Like sometimes roofers that's really competitive, they also offer
Yeah.
siding. They could do siding, and get leads coming in, get Google to
From
trust you.
siding part, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I get it.
So
Yeah, I get it.
there's
And
options.
I got it. So I believe, a business can't only rely on LSA because they need to do some omnidirectional marketing. If they rely
Oh,
on
for sure.
LSA, yeah, they will like I mean,
In my
just
opinion,
try, you know.
LSA is like the no-brainer thing that you always should set up. It shouldn't
Uh,
be the bread and butter of your business because you can't control it as much as you
yeah,
can other platforms.
that's what I'm
Like
saying.
you
Yeah.
can't really control SEO. That's the thing. Like SEO, you can kind of
Yeah.
control. You influence your branding, you influence your brand to presence to Google.
Uh-huh.
But it's nice to have Google PPC, Bing PPC, Facebook ads, some other platforms so that you have, omni-channel presence and marketing so that the more types of marketing you have, the more stable your company is, in my
Yep.
opinion.
I get
Sometimes
it.
maybe
Mm.
Google might do something weird and then your Google starts going down or your GMB might get suspended, but you
Uh,
have other options. That's good.
yeah.
The other thing
Have
that's
you?
really annoying is like the GMBs, if they get
Uh,
suspended, the LSA also goes down. That stinks,
oh,
uh,
because
they're
because
connected
the
now.
because they merge. I mean, both things, right? I mean, Google
Yeah,
LS
it's
and the
because the
Google Maybe.
reviews
Yeah,
the GMBs are now connected to LSA in almost every
that's why.
category,
Hmm.
to try to prevent, the rank and rent people from making a million of them.
Yeah, makes
Um,
sense. Makes sense. And have you seen like any accounts, what it called like suspended? I mean, LS account suspended.
yeah, a lot. Yeah.
And if suspend, like, what's the process to recover that account? Is it possible or no? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
we need to. What's the process
No, yeah,
then?
it's very simple. I mean, almost every time an LSA account gets suspended, it's due to the payment method. And
Okay.
so it's just
Mm,
the normal Google PPC advertiser verification process is what you have to
yeah.
do,
Mm-hmm.
which
Mm-hmm.
is confusing to people because inside of your LSA dashboard, you won't actually see anything wrong because it doesn't show anything's
Mm,
issue when that happens. Your
yeah.
ads will just stop being live. You'll get an email notification, but it won't show inside the dashboard. So you have to go
Yeah.
inside the PPC side of it, which is a separate login.
Yeah.
And then you'll see like advertiser verification, upload your photo ID and one,
This kind of
company
thing. Yeah.
document.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, you kind of got to be on top of that.
Yeah. I get it.
Yep.
And what is the advanced LSA tactic you use? And let's say for 90% of the time, but other advertisers probably don't know about this. What's that? If I just ask you.
Like a what? Sorry,
I mean, advanced LSA tactic you are using, but other
an
advertisers are
LSA
not
tactic?
using. Yeah.
Mm, yeah, probably
Fake
like just
fake
knowing
calls.
what photos to add.
Oh
I don't.
yeah.
I've only had to use the fake calls 4 times now, and so that one's definitely something that no one else does. But it's not super common, but we need it.
Mm-hmm.
The one that no one else does is the message lead, the auto message reply, because LSA
Yeah.
doesn't integrate with any other CRMs, and so like everyone like it doesn't integrate with Go High Level. It doesn't integrate with your chatbot. So that's why we had to find a workaround through email to be able to set up the automation.
Yeah, I get that. So, I mean, you were setting a flow via email so that someone's received or someone sends a message, you can directly like, send message from Go High Level. Is this something you are connecting with the Go High Level or no?
No, it
Like,
doesn't
what's the
connect to
what's
Go
the
High Level.
process?
So inside of LSA, they always end the email, it's always the same. And so we just flag that email and then connect it to my NAN account and set up an automation so that whenever someone emails, we get an email from this specific email, it will always reply with this reply.
Uh-huh.
And so I just set up generic message saying like, hey, we'll be back with you in a minute or two. And so it's not like it's a chat bot that's closing the deal. We could set that up inside of NAN. We could set up chatbots in there, but I don't want to. I'd rather just have an automated reply that tells them we'll be with them in a minute, and then the client
Mm,
will reach out personally. I still want the
okay.
client to do their thing,
Yeah, understood. Yeah,
but
understood.
yeah, it's just for Google's eyes because then Google thinks, oh, someone replied to it within
Someone
seconds,
replying. Yep. Yeah,
and so
that's
now
why.
you're because on your ad it will actually show like typically replies in, and then it'll have a
Replies.
number.
Yeah. Okay. Like we within a minute or within an hour, this kind of things like shows on the ads. That's why.
It shows on the
Mm-hmm.
ad. Yeah, it's one of the
Yeah.
conversion ranking factors.
Yeah, I got it. So in terms of like Google Ads optimizations, like I do have a couple of questions, for the Google Ads. First of all,
Sure.
like how many questions do you have? I mean, how many clients do you have in a Google Ads? If I just talk to you,
Right now, let me see. I think we have 9.
nine, and
So,
all are from service-based business, like local
yeah.
service-based business.
hmm
Yeah. So, in your opinion, what is the most common reason Google's campaigns underperform? Is this keywords, ad copy, landing page? Just three things. If I just give you an options, which one you
Uh,
will pick?
keywords and copy your landing page. I guess
Yeah.
probably landing page. Like if you don't have a good landing
Really?
page, I mean, well, I guess keywords is the most important because that's the one
Yeah.
that really determines. You have to find out which keyword is converting the most.
Uh-huh.
They're all important though.
Yeah.
Targeting is
All are
really
important.
important. So
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
keywords, I
Yeah.
guess. But we also like are you have you ever used what converts? I'm so excited
Yeah.
about what converts right now.
Yeah.
You have?
I am. Yeah.
It's
Yeah. I have. Yeah.
yep.
It's really good,
We
actually.
we
You know.
we just started using what converts this month and I've been pretty impressed. Like our Google ad campaigns have improved just from the additional data of conversions so that we can optimize for real conversions and revenue instead of just
Mm-hmm.
the conversion action of like a form fill or a call. Uh,
Yeah. I
to
know
try
that, like, what
to
you're saying. Yeah, I know that what you're saying. So someone's leave, submit a lead from, or someone's calls, someone's on your team listen the phone calls in what company, and this, if the mark is a quotable lead, it sends data back to the Google ad. You are saying the same thing. You are following the same thing on what convert.
No, slightly different. So we have it connected to their CRMs. Like so
Uh,
they have the CRM and they input the client directly inputs the amount of money that they close from a jobs. And so every time uh it shows the conversion twice. So once the conversion of like filling out the form or the phone call or whatever, and that goes back to Google, which we've already done automatically. But then the additional data that we've never been able to provide Google before is like how valuable this lead is. And so
oh yeah.
that
In terms of
integration with
lead
what converts.
value, actually, yeah. I mean, you were talking about the lead
Yeah.
value. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Which
Yo,
has been really cool. Another thing that's been
yeah,
really nice is like Bing ads are just like so consistent and nice. I feel like Google ads, we get like updates all the time. But
yeah.
like the updates kind of mess with our ad performance a lot, you
Of
know, like
course,
it'll be
of course.
going
Yeah,
good and then it'll dip and then it's like,
yeah.
man, this sucks.
I
Bing
mean,
ads,
it's
they're just so much
frequently
more
changed. Yeah,
consistent. And
yeah.
so because
The
they don't make updates.
Yeah, of
And
course, yeah, agree. But the problem of the being here is like, yeah, I mean, the search volume, because you can get, I mean, even though like I can like, like relate these things. I do have a plumbing client right now, so we are spending a lot, like 10 grand. I mean, plumbers gave us 10 grand budget for spending on the Google ad. I mean, Google ad plus Bing ad. But we thought that why not we just spend all the money on the Bing ad for
oh,
any
you'll
month. we
never be able
couldn't
to
we
spend it
couldn't
all on
spend
Bing ads.
yeah, any month we couldn't spend more than 5 grand. I mean, we
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
tried a lot, even though like we use lots of keywords. I believe more than 500 keywords we added, but we couldn't spend, and we expand our area, but we couldn't spend more than 5 grand on any
Yeah,
month.
yeah,
I can
yeah, yeah.
remember that. Yeah.
I don't have any clients who are really big spenders on Bing ads. Most of my clients that I'm doing Bing ads for, I push them to Bing ads because they only have a 2 grand a month ad spend budget. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I'd rather spend 2 grand. If it's only 1 or 2 grand, I'd rather do Bing ads than Google ads. Because
Yeah.
I also feel like
Google
Bing ads
expensive.
perform a little bit
Mhm.
faster for me than Google ads. Like Google ads, I feel like the first month kind of sucks.
Yeah.
We always,
It's
it's
always.
just like a throwaway month. You spend
Oh my
money
God.
to get the
Yeah.
data, and then you
Uh-huh.
optimize the data, and then like it kind of gets better after the second, third month. But like Bing ads, the first month is performs fairly well for me, almost every
Mm.
time. And so I also like try to judge it based off of the client at what they're talking to me. Like, oh yeah, every marketer, I always cancel with them after a month, blah blah blah, because I can tell that they suck. It's like if they're
Yeah.
talking like that, like, all right, well, I'm not gonna run Google ads for you then, because it always sucks at the beginning. But
I get it.
yeah.
Yeah, I get it what you're saying. Yeah. I mean, sometimes it happens with us as well. Like, first month when clients say that, hey, we didn't get any conversions. I mean, valid conversions. We got a couple of conversions, but we couldn't close that one. We spent X amount of money.
Mhm.
Oh my God. Like I mean, this kind of situations, it's horrible for us to face, like
Yeah.
convincing
So
the client.
awkward.
So that's why I set a proper expectations when I onboard a client. I said that
Mhm.
if you don't want to run, or maybe if you can't afford run ad for next 3 months, don't do Google Ads. You
Mhm.
should you should at least have some budget for next 3 months to run Google Ads. You
Yeah.
know, this kind of things right now, like I'm saying to my clients, yeah, they are happy with my results so far. But yeah,
Mhm.
again, Google Ad is, oh my God. It's
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 hard.
really expensive. Yeah, it's really hard and
It's really
expensive.
expensive.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, oh my God. I can
What?
relate that, I spent $249 probably for one click in plumbing niche.
Ah, that's so
Oh,
depressing.
yeah, it is. Oh my God. Yeah, and the biggest issue for us, I mean, for Google Ad Marketer is there is like
Hmm.
in the search terms, you can see like the hidden search terms. Google don't show
Hmm.
it for the privacy issues. where
Hmm.
we are spending money, we don't know. Even we don't know about that. We don't have any clue about the keywords.
Yeah, there's no
I
data
mean,
on it.
yeah, I mean, it sucks. It's really sucks. Yeah, but
Hmm.
again, if you know what you are doing, so probably Google Ad will work for you as well. But it takes
Hmm.
time.
It takes a little bit
And
of time.
yeah, for sure, for sure. And
And some industries are
let's,
just really hard.
oh my God.
I sometimes get tired of roofers for Google Ads, to be honest, because it's just so hard every time.
I
Like,
don't, I don't, I don't onboard any roofers, for
oh
Google
yeah,
Ads. I mean, it's really tough. It's really
it's
tough.
really tough. Like,
Oh my God.
so depressing. There's too many roofers doing Google Ads in the US. It's
Yeah.
really hard to stand out
Yeah.
and compete with the expensive
and
cost
ev-
per
and
click.
everything I saw after COVID, because before
Hmm.
COVID I used to run the Google Ads as well, but yeah, I mean there was not so much competition before COVID, but after COVID,
Hmm.
like there are so much competition. I don't know why. I don't have any like
Hmm.
exit clue why it's happening, but yeah,
Hmm.
I saw these things actually, after COVID, especially
Yeah,
especially after like in last 2 years. Oh my God, this industry is oversaturated. I mean,
yeah,
every
and it's going to
niches
get
you
even worse
pick.
now because like the solar industry in the US has been decimated by the big beautiful bill. And so like
Uh-huh.
all the solar companies are going out of business. And since they already have relationships with roofing from working solar and door to door teams, they're
Uh-huh.
all converting into roofing companies. And so like the roofing industry is already super cutthroat, and now it's getting an influx of probably a million solar companies that are turning into roofing companies. It's like,
Oh my
holy
God.
cow. I
Yeah.
already have two solar companies reach out to me asking me to rebuild their website for roofing businesses. It's like, okay, like it's
Okay.
gonna get
Let's
crazy.
do it. Let's do it and make some money.
Yep.
Yeah. And in terms of landing page conversion rate, so if I just tell like, what do you think?
Hmm.
What is the, because I know that like you are doing some website stuff as well, like for a long time. So
Hmm.
what are the most important element for high converting landing page? Like if I am a client, if I land you landing page, like I mean, will I convert as a client, as a paying customers? How do
Hmm.
you attract the client's attentions?
I think just having the everything on the page when they first get there so they don't have to scroll anywhere is really important. Having the call to action front and center with an offer. If they
Mhm.
have an offer, hopefully they have an offer that's
Most yeah,
attractive.
most business don't have offers, so there's the
I know.
another issue.
It's like,
Yeah,
oh, I just want calls. Like, okay.
yeah,
So you just put a call
free
now, which is
estimates,
fine.
yeah,
But
free estimates, or free get a code, something like this is not offer,
yeah,
so you should have
it's not
like
a real
a
offer.
proper, yeah. I got it.
If you can get the client to work with you and like come up with a real offer, like lead magnet or something, some reason for them to actually
Mm,
call or fill out their form, then it's a lot better. It converts better. The other thing is
yeah.
just like having trust badges, having the reviews featured, the BBB awards, certifications, licenses, all featured. I call them trust badges in the bottom. That's always nice.
Hmm.
Um, and
Yeah.
then
And
honestly, like my ugly landing pages convert way better than my nice landing pages. I don't know why that is. So I don't
agree,
even try to make my nice landing pages anymore. I just like make everything kind of ugly. Uh,
agree. Yeah, I mean, I'm
For like
confused actually. Like,
websites, I like put effort into making them look nice because the clients care about it, but they don't look at the landing pages. And so like the landing pages, we just
uh,
purposely make them ugly. And
yeah,
I don't know,
I get it.
the word's great.
Yeah. I mean, it happens for me as well. So yeah, like when I make a landing page, like by following the golden rules, like added all of the things, it never worked. The conversion rate is
Yeah,
like below
it's
10%.
like
Like when I create a like ugly landing page, just nothing. I mean, just a simple go high level, like
super
template.
basic.
Just
Yeah,
yeah. Oh my God, it's working really good. I mean, it's converting
yeah,
more than 15%. Right now, we have the same
yeah.
thing for a
I think it's like
teleservice guy.
maybe just because people get overwhelmed with how much stuff there is on a page sometimes. So like just having a bare bones, super basic, not a
Yeah.
lot of content. You didn't need to like give them a whole essay about their service. You just need a call now button,
Yeah.
and that's it.
That's it.
And so
Yeah. And I mean, another way I saw that, like if you just run Google Ads only for mobile devices, there is a high chance you will get more conversions. I mean, qualified
mm,
conversions from mobile devices. Even though I tested this before, and still I'm testing for multiple accounts I have. So I excluded. I mean, initially I was excluded only the tablet, but right now I am excluding the computer device and the tablet both. But one problem I found, you are blocking some, what it called, like some search volume or something. Because if you just run only Google Ad only for mobile devices, there is huge chance that you can't get the search volume from desktop, of course. But The
Hmm.
good news is you will get highly qualified conversions from mobile devices. There is no doubt. But another problem is the cost per conversion will be a little bit high than desktop,
Mm.
of course. So yeah, but again, if it's a qualified, I mean, my client can convert. I am happy to pay more. I don't
Hmm.
mind. I don't mind. Like paying less if
Yeah.
it's not qualified or something. So yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's what I saw actually. In last couple of months, I am testing. I am testing. So yeah, you know,
That's good. Yeah, I think now that I have what converts so clients can track like how much money they make off of the leads, it'll be a lot easier to sell, like do those types of implementations. Because earlier, if they see like, oh, our leads went from 30 a month to only 20, 25 or 20, why are we going down?
yeah.
The quality improved and they actually sold more from those, less leads. Then it's
Mm-hmm.
easy to say like, oh yeah, we improved the quality of the leads. Now they're better. And so,
Yeah.
and we have the data to back that up because we can see like, oh, how many of these jobs actually closed? How much revenue did you get? It makes it a
Yeah.
lot
Yeah.
easier to
Yeah.
justify your actions and ads.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
And and have you ever tested running what it called like PMX campaign for
Yeah,
your
of course. Yeah,
I mean,
I've tried.
what was the results? Yeah, what are the results? Like, have you failed or
No, they're okay. Like I think we're actually just about to turn on we either just did or about to turn on PMAX campaign for a roofing client. I saw Natasha was talking to the client last night about it. Let me see if that actually is live and see if it's going.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like Google keeps changing the PMAX campaign. That's like their baby that they're trying to push everyone towards. And like
Uh-huh.
I feel like, and they keep making tweaks to it. So it's hard to say if it's like I had bad experiences with it, but like I don't want to like rule it out, because I
How
think
do you
maybe
how do you set
it'll
up the
improve.
PMX campaign? I mean, how do you set up the PMX if I just ask you like using the search
So
themes or on any audience?
yeah, we wait until. I mean, right now we're waiting until the campaign already has a bit of data and conversions, and then we set up a PMAX campaign like on the second or third month. We don't start with the PMAX campaign. And then we always just try to have it, have some videos so that it can
Okay.
display on YouTube as well. And
Yeah.
it's
So
okay.
so let me tell you. So let me tell you like how to set up the PMX campaign because I tested a lot. I mean,
Yeah. Are you getting it
if you
really good results?
yeah, we are getting some
Cost
good
per
results from
conversion,
the PMX
whenever we do
campaign.
have a
Pretty
working
low.
PMAX campaign, is way
Yeah.
low. So
Yeah.
like that's the nice
I mean,
thing.
yeah.
It's just the spam is like
Oh,
unbearable.
yeah. It happens every time. But there is a way to set up the PMX campaign. So don't run PMX campaign on only from one account. So just try to run PMX campaign where search campaign is running. I mean,
Hmm.
alongside the search campaign, you need to run the PMX campaign. This is the first thing. The second is try to set up the PMX campaign using the audience. If you have any audience inside the Google Ad account, try to add that. If not, just try to make a custom audience. It's pretty easy to write. Create the custom audience in Google Ads. It's pretty easy, like using your keywords. People who
Hmm.
search, you can make custom audience using that keyword. And your competitor website, you can make custom audience. By adding all of the competitor website in a custom audience list. So it's pretty easy. So you need to make
Hmm.
couple of custom audience and make combine all of this custom audience into one custom segment. I mean segmented audience. Then just run PMX campaign using that. Don't need to add search teams. Don't need to add anything else. Just run this.
Just based off of the
Yeah,
audience.
based off the audience. Then it's only for one asset groups under PMX campaign. Like there are a couple of asset groups. It's only for one
Hmm.
asset group. Another asset group, like you need to like duplicate the asset group and just remove the custom audience and just add search themes so that after 1 month you
Oh,
have the visibility like which I
which
mean
one's better,
asset
the
groups is
search
yeah
term one
like
or the
search
one
terms
with the
on the
audience?
yeah. And I
Huh.
every time I saw that like custom audience is working really good compared to the like the
Yay.
yeah. And here's the one more thing. If you don't know,
What
like
about the
right now
spam?
you
How are
can
you decreasing the spam on it?
right now there is a way you can add negative keywords in PMX campaign. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean you can see from day one. For
Hmm.
most of the accounts in the US, you can see from day one on like the search terms, like as Google search campaigns, and you can exclude them.
Yeah.
Also, while you are doing the keyword research for search campaign, you need to at least you have a exclusion list, I mean negative keyword list. You need to
Hmm.
add that negative into the PMX campaign as well. Branded
Hmm.
name, however, I mean just do a Google Map search, add all
Hmm.
the branded name and just put it in Excel sheet. Just add them as a negative from the PMX campaign. Like
Hmm.
you need to do a good job adding the negative keyword before launch your campaign. Once you
Hmm.
have everything in your hand, still you will get some, like bad calls. But again, if you are using CRMs, I know that you are using what convert, you can
Hmm.
see that data into what convert, then you can
Hmm.
decide. And there are more script, like there are a couple of script in the market, you can see like on which platform, because PMX sort of search, display, YouTube, everything, I mean everywhere. So
Yeah.
you can see using the script, you can see on which platform you are spending the most and from which platform
Mm.
you are not spending most. And also there is a way excluding the YouTube videos on the PMX campaign. So you need
Hmm.
to exclude all of the videos channels, it's not relevant to your business, just exclude all of them.
Really?
And in the and yeah, in from Google, I mean you can find a video exclusion list from the Google search, or you can ask
Hmm.
chat, I mean chat GPT, just send it to you like exclusion list, just add all of
Yeah.
them exclusion list here from the
Nice.
campaign level. So
Hmm.
once you prepared everything, like then yeah, you can get some results from the PMX campaign. And here's the most important thing, what I saw actually, I mean we use a script, behind the scene, and we
Hmm.
can see like from which platform, like is this the we are getting the lead from search network, I mean search,
Hmm.
like search ads or display or whatever. I saw on the search campaigns, our target, our, I mean CPC, sorry, CPA, I mean target CP is almost $1,000 or something. For it's a, for different industry, it's a, for what it called, like what it called, like women's rehab center, this kind of things, because we are tracking these things behind the scene, and we know that, like, I mean we are tracking the actual battlefields, the actual battlefields. So it's around $1,000 or something, and from PMX cable we got the same quality of lead, $250 after adding all of these
Wow.
things.
It's awesome.
Yeah, and PMS is
Nice.
working really good,
That's
but
awesome.
you need to do the good job before making the PMX campaign.
Yeah, I'll have to
That's the
talk to
things.
Natasha. I mean, she's the one who set it up and running them. I haven't been doing it myself. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's great. I'll make sure that she's doing all the best practices
yeah, yeah.
she set up.
PMX is good, but the problem is, uh, I mean, if you are not adding the negative keywords a lot into the PMX campaign, yeah, there is a high chance you will get lots of spam calls. I know
Yeah.
that, like, we used to run urgent care, I mean what it called, like urgent care businesses, I mean Google Ads, and we used to run a PMX
Yeah.
campaign for them. We used to get calls from Med Spa, like spa calls.
Really?
What the, yeah, what the, you know yeah, sometimes it happens, but yeah, then we figure out like how to do this, and like, like after talking some Google higher level rep, then we found it, yeah,
Mhm.
let's do it. And we tested, and we are doing some good, I mean, I mean we are getting some good amount of leads. And I'm not saying they are highly qualified, but yeah, they are good qualified to convert them. If you are good at sales,
Mhm.
you can convert them easily. Yeah,
Mhm. Mm.
you know.
I actually just checked. We have 13 Google Ads clients, PPC.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
more than I thought.
Oh yeah,
I only have
sounds good,
nine.
man. Yeah, sounds good. Then
13 that
you
are
should
doing
hire me.
PPC, and then we have six that are on Bing ads
I believe you
and
have a
30
in-house
LSA
team member. I believe you have a
and
in-house team
35
member. Yeah.
SEO.
Oh my
Who?
God. I
Yeah,
believe you
SEO is
have
still my
a,
main
yeah.
thing.
Mhm. I know that. Yeah, you're the SEO
I'm
guy.
the SEO guy. Yeah. It's in the name.
Yeah. Anyway, so in terms of SEO, so I do have a couple of questions for SEO.
Yeah.
So let's say with the rise of LSA, some people say that local SEO is dead. So
Yeah.
what's your take? I mean, what's your take on that? And
I don't think it's dead because they're still getting a great ROI from it. At least our clients are.
uh,
I think what some agencies might be pushing as SEO is probably dead. Like some of the agencies who only push organic SEO, because there's lots of different subsets of SEO. Like SEO in my mind is getting your brand everywhere on the internet that people search. So like we're getting you
agree.
in Facebook. We're like posting your video. We make video clips for people. We post them all over the internet. We have them on Reddit. We have them in Bing. We have them on voice searches. We get them in
Mm-hmm.
Chat GPT, we get them in Gemini. It doesn't matter where they're searching on online. We want your business there. And that's always like the battle is continually trying to outrank the other competitors who are also doing the same thing. Right now, to me, SEO is super exciting because there's so many changes and more places to work
Mm-hmm.
on. So it's really fun finding those algorithms and figuring out what we need to add to our current campaigns and processes in order to show up even more. And which has been great for us. We're getting really good results on our SEO, even more than before. I mean, our organic SEO, I guess, we do get less traffic than before because not all clicks are turning into mean, a lot of searches don't end in a click to a website anymore. They go
Yeah.
to local service ads, they go to GMB, they go to PPC, or they go to AI overview. And
Yeah.
so like number one rankings for a target keyword no longer provides the ROI that it used to. And so in that sense, like, the value of SEO has gone down while the cost of SEO has gone up. And so that's squeezing a lot of SEO agencies because they can't no longer justify the cost of their services because the value is just not there. If you're only doing organic SEO and trying to rank the website. If you're
Mm.
trying to rank them everywhere and you're also really good at getting Google Maps, in my opinion, Google Maps is a lot more important than website SEO. And
Mm-hmm.
so we tend to
Yeah.
get a pretty
Nowadays,
good
yeah.
ROI off of that.
Mm-hmm.
But the stuff, the actions it takes to rank you in Google Maps is pretty similar to website SEO, and that's also pretty similar to ranking you in AI, and that's kind of similar to ranking you on Bing. And so like we just figure out what everything needs to be
I,
done, and then
yeah. Yeah.
do whatever gets the best results for all of them, you know? And
Yeah.
that's how we've turned
I
our
get it.
SEO package.
Yeah, I get it. So, I mean, when we started the SEO career, like I can remember there. So we used to make, like some city pages based on the services. So is still is
Yeah.
working or no? I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
do you think so?
Yeah, like I really like do you know Jordan Pierce and Keith Lambeau? I like
Mm,
their strategy. They call them GeoHubs. Uh, Out of the types of pages I've tested, that strategy works the best. And
yeah.
it's still making location pages, but they make it one step further where they make a service page. So it's like making multiple websites almost. Like they'll make a city page for Las Vegas and a city page for Mesa that has all their services. It's kind of like a home page. And then they'll make a service page for every single service for Las Vegas and a service page for every single service for Mesa and then every other city.
Oh,
So you're making hundreds of pages. And
yeah.
that works really well. But that kind of sucks to do. It's a lot of work.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah.
But
It's
that's what
lots
we
of
do.
work there.
We created like a custom GPT. Actually, it's a custom Gemini gem that like helps us
Uh-huh.
write the content for every single one of those. And then we use a plugin called Geo Assassin or something like that that pulls data from
Uh,
Google Places and weather and stuff and pushes it into it. And it works really well. Like once we have those Geo hubs set up, you can add the Geo hub link, which is like the city page, to the GMB, and then you can start
uh-huh.
pushing backlinks to that, and that ranks all of those pages that it's linked to organically, and you get tons of long tail keywords. And the nice thing is when you have those location pages, if you just tweak the location pages with a specific formula, like I'll
Mm-hmm.
just tell you what it is. So if you have a location page and you add a phone number to the right under, you have H1, you want the H1 to be the keyword that you're trying to rank for. Right under the H1, you need to have a paragraph like para.
Yeah.
Add the phone number
Mm,
and add the keyword again in that para, and then
mm.
you'll automatically rank in AI overview and Google for that keyword as long as you have
Oh,
the phone number and the keyword inside the para. And so like having those location pages makes you rank for maybe 100 different pages. I mean, keywords that are long tail in AI overview ChatGPT automatically just from organic SEO tactics. It is a lot of work to like make all those, and you don't do them all at once. You can't just make a page with 1,000 location pages. We drip them out. We'll do like four a
yeah.
week, and then over time they just dominate the market. And so
Oh.
that's my strategy.
Mm-hmm.
I actually
And
haven't even
it
talked publicly about my strategy. I need to start talking about that because we've been testing and building these things so much that I haven't even updated my sales page with like all this other stuff that we do. But it's working. It's killing it, man.
oh my God.
It's working
Yeah.
so well.
You should, yeah. I mean, at least you should make some videos on YouTube, like using this technique. Hey, do this,
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
I get it. And if I ask you, like, what is the most advanced SEO playlist in 2025? And people are extremely like ignoring. I mean, most business owners like ignore it. So I know that, like, is this kind of like, for example, I mean, schema or niche directories or like geo pages, as you mentioned, that this is the most like, I mean, successful things you made
Underrated
before,
type
and
things.
yeah, underrated things, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah, like I don't know anyone who else who's found that specific on-page tactic that I was just mentioning. I like that's something else we just discovered from our own tests. Like that's
mhm,
super cool. But so like GeoHub pages, but a lot of some other people are doing that still. Trying
yeah,
to think
I
what
know
does no
that.
one else do that we do? We do stuff with podcasts. We automate like we use Make and NAN and like we have write blogs and then use AI voice to create like backlinks from tons of different podcasts. That's pretty cool. I don't know if anyone else is doing that. But
Oh,
and
how it works
video
actually?
shorts
Can you
too.
explain it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, Holly Starks is the one who showed it to me, so I guess I can't take credit for it completely. But she has like she created the make sequence, and then we just like customized it from our own. And
Oh,
let me pull it up actually. Let me show you what it looks like. Um, let's see. Do I have it? Hold on. Podcast. But yeah, it's just another SEO tactic. It's not like the links aren't amazing or anything, but they do help
mm-hmm.
with branding. And so like it's a great thing to do in the first month. We just set up the automation to create these blog topics and then it has AI voices, read it to each other. And it sounds pretty convincing to be honest.
Yeah,
And it takes
it
no
is.
money. And so that's the nice thing. Like I'm trying not to raise my prices, even though I'm doing a lot more stuff. And so I'm trying to find things that we can do affordably, but still get really good results.
Yeah,
Otherwise, I'm gonna have to raise my prices. You know, like if I'm relying on guest posts and niche edits, those cost a lot of money. I'm gonna have to charge
it
you
is
2 to 3 grand a month to like get results. And that's what a lot of the other agencies do. I'm trying to get creative and find ways to automate things so that I can like
easily.
these
Yeah.
podcast
Mm-hmm.
links doesn't cost me anything except for a little bit of time to set up. Might cost a VA one hour of time to set it up initially and then run it every month. And it's just something that you get as value without actually costing me anything. That's kind of like my goal. Eventually, I'm going to
Yeah,
automate my entire SEO process as much as possible and just deliver tons of branded
yeah.
value
I get it.
without
Mm-hmm.
expense.
Yeah, I get it.
But
Like
yeah, let me
it's a
let me
kind
pull
of
up. So
innovation.
it goes a
Sure.
router, Google Sheet, podcast description, podcast generation, goes to 11 Labs, goes to Dropbox, then it goes to YouTube, and then yeah, it's like the sequence that we have running and it
Mm.
works really well.
It's
The
interesting.
only problem is right now the SoundCloud automation. SoundCloud deactivated the access. There's no way to upload files automatically to SoundCloud. And so we're finding a workaround right now. Actually, just this morning we messaged about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
He said you can
For the
upload
automations. Yeah.
videos directly to YouTube, but I'm not sure. Yeah, so anyways, we're we're still tweaking it, that's the problem. With some of the
Yeah.
automations, things break and you got to figure it out.
Yeah. I totally get it. I totally get it. So,
Oh,
and
we
yeah,
already figured it
and
out, I guess. We're gonna upload the podcast audios to Cloudflare, then use the RSS feed of SoundCloud and submit that. So we already figured out the workaround.
yeah,
Nice.
it's
I
all
mean,
about
I
the
didn't.
automations. Yeah.
Deb did. Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
So
Like it's all about the automations. Yeah. Do your
I
best,
can't take credit for all this stuff. It's my team. They're doing a really good job.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And have you seen SEO directly improves LSA? Like have you seen that before? Or maybe like let's say SEO improves directly the Google Ads, performance. Uh
I haven't seen as much correlation as people seem to believe. Other people
I
keep
mean,
telling me like once you rank in SEO that your LSA
yeah,
improves. I haven't seen anything. Same with Google Ads. Like when you're running Google Ads, your SEO will improve. In my experience, it doesn't.
yeah, same
I mean,
thing.
maybe
Yeah.
there's a slight correlation because you do like get you can see I mean, I don't know. I don't know why, but I haven't noticed much.
Yeah.
Maybe
Mm-hmm.
small correlations here or there, but nothing big enough to me like, oh wow, this is amazing. Like
I don't know for sure. So because I mean I just do the Google Ads, so I don't have much experience in SEO and the LSA, in both fields. But I never seen this before that, like if you run Google Ads and you will see improves like this kind of things. But people
yeah,
keeps talking about this. Yeah,
keep
if you
talking
run
about
Google
it,
Ads,
right?
yeah, yeah, you like, I mean,
Yeah,
where? From where? Really?
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I did. There is some correlations in GMB rankings. Like they do that actually. Like the guys I mentioned earlier, um, JP and Keith. They use Google Ads for CTR manipulations to improve GMB rankings. I tested their methods and I didn't think the improvement was worth it. Like I did see a ranking adjustment, but like I had to pay money for it and it didn't convert into a lead. And like the amount of cost, like my SEO clients are not paying me that much enough to cover their ad spend. And so I was like, I'd rather use my techniques that I can get to work affordably through automation more instead of spending $500 in ad spend to try to get the small ranking improvement.
Yeah.
The ranking boost is if I had unlimited money, then sure, I'll do it. But like it's just Juth wasn't worth the squeeze for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also
And
tested that like a year ago with there's this tool that came out called Linkify. It was like a spinner
Linkify.
and they would run
Mm-hmm.
Facebook ads and then it would link to different GMB CID URLs or share URLs or whatever. I forgot actually how exactly it worked. I tested that for 4 months and we saw some ranking improvements, but again, it was like the ranking improvements weren't that good, and like the um it cost me ad spend that I was covering out of pocket, you know. So I was like,
Yeah.
I'm
Hmm.
gonna stop doing this.
Okay, I get it. And how do you measure the SEO success for local service-based, business like beyond just tracking the keyword rankings? Do you
Yeah,
track
yeah.
like ROI or something from your end?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting into now with what converts. I mean, this is new. I haven't actually set it up for an SEO client yet, but I'm really excited once I have an SEO client who wants to do what converts. We'll set it up for them so that they can see. Because right now, the main metric we track is calls. So, like, if you got an increase in calls in general, that means we're doing better. But that's not always
Yeah.
the case because sometimes they'll get more spam calls or sometimes they'll get repeat customers. And so it'll be better once we have what converts that's doing source tracking. It can tell us, oh, how many of these calls turned into jobs, how much revenue is pulled into jobs. And so then we can more accurately say like, oh, our SEO is pulling a really good positive ROI compared to this other
Mm-hmm.
marketing channel. So
Yeah.
I probably need to just splurge and pay for the agency account of what converts. It's like $500 a month. But right now I only have it on a few accounts that we're running Google ads for. And then I'm texting my clients saying it's optional. If you'd like to set this up, then I'll set it up for you. But you have to pay for it yourself. We'll see.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
yeah. Are you doing that
There's
yourself or are you paying for it at a cost or are you having the clients pay for it? For
No, no,
you.
client space for this, like hot convert accounts or whatever, like tracking we use. So yeah, even though the landing page software, if they use any, so yeah,
Yeah.
it's up to them actually. They need to pay. So our service fees separate, and like other services, like if they want to use any call ring software, it's a different issue. Like they
Got it.
need to pay for that, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because in general, I cover all the costs, for everything. And so this is the first time I'm like, I don't really want to eat any more costs. I'm already like
yeah.
trimming
It
down my
doesn't make
margin so much.
sense. Yeah,
And so I
it
need
doesn't
to
make sense
start.
to cover all of these things. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
It's not mandatory. Like you don't need to cover all of these things. Probably if you ask your client, probably they can like pay you. And it's not
Yeah.
huge, like, you know,
Yeah. I mean,
for
they're all
each client,
small. Like
like,
I'm paying, for
yeah.
their phone numbers and go high level or their texts or
Mm.
whatever. Just, but then they add up, later on. You're like, oh, wow, I paid for
Oh,
like $2,000
you paid,
in
yeah.
go high level
Uh-huh.
expenses last month. I was like,
Yeah.
shoot, I probably should set up pre-billing
Yeah.
or,
Hmm.
pay for their own usage at least.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
and and one more thing, like, a lots of business owners like get burned about the cheap SEO because there are like lots of cheap SEO expert in the market.
Oh
Like
yeah, tons.
people hired a cheap SEO expert from Fiverr or Upwork. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not saying all are bad. Of course, there are some good SEO expert
some
on
are good. Yeah.
freelancing market. Yeah, but I mean, how do you like filter all of these things? Like, if someone say that you are charging a lot, but I found someone's
Mhm.
on a Fiverr like they are really cheap. Like, how
Yeah,
do
yeah,
you like? Yeah,
yeah. It is hard because even like inside of the SEO world, there's like so many different types of SEO, and there's so many different ways to rank a website. And like
yeah,
what we do as a team, I feel like we're innovating and like we're on ahead of the curve on like figuring out ways to improve your branding. We're like adding social media posts, reels, video editing, all this included. I call it SEO, even though it's not just SEO, it's like a full branding, marketing, social media, AI
yeah,
SEO package,
yeah.
you know?
It's
But
not.
like,
Yeah.
but the nice thing is like almost all my clients I haven't done any cold outreach. I don't do cold email or cold calling. I only work from referrals or people who reached out from watching my YouTube channel. And so like most of the time, the people who reach out to me already like heard from someone that I'm really good or like watched our YouTube videos and realized that, oh, this guy kind of knows what he's doing. I want to work with him. And so I haven't
Mm.
had to argue that much or like sell. I haven't put any effort into selling, to be honest. I don't even have a sales proposal. If you want to work with me, hire me. If not, don't hire me. Okay. Like
Oh my
I'm
God.
already busy. So I'm not gonna spend this time to like create a proposal and like do all this stuff and try to convince you to work with me. You just work with me or not?
Yeah, it's up to you. Like, whatever you want to choose. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Like, I
If
mean,
you
this
don't
is the
trust
this is the
me,
shortest.
don't hire me, man. Like, I'm not gonna beg you. It's fine.
Yeah,
I'm already pretty
yeah.
busy, so it's not like I need the work. I mean, I'm happy to take on more work, but I don't want to like, yeah, I just haven't spent the time to do that.
Uh, yeah, I
Mhm.
get it. I get it. So, if Google gave you the power, to change something, or maybe one thing in LSA, what it would be and why?
Oh man, I've never even thought about that. That's crazy. There's so many issues that LSA has. I wonder what
Just pick
what it
one.
would be. Oh, it would probably be being able to bid services by location. So like right now, like for example, a roofer, they want roof repair leads and they're willing to drive 2 hours for roof
Mm,
replacement leads. But if it's just a repair call, they only want to drive 30 minutes because it's not worth the 4-hour commute and just to like see a leak that might profit them $100 and they might not even get the job. And so
yeah.
like being able to bid differently based off of distances or like
Mm-hmm.
another client, they do plumbing in Arizona and they do HVAC in Arizona and they also do HVAC in Las Vegas, but we can't turn on their uh ads for Las Vegas because they don't also have a plumbing license in Las Vegas because they don't have a GMB there yet. And so like
Mm-hmm.
it's really frustrating because you're not able to like choose how much you bid based off of where. Like that would be so nice and way better if we could implement
Mm,
something like that.
yeah. Yeah, I got it. So yeah, I'm almost done with my questions. I do have only two questions, I mean, it's a kind of like pure agency based, I would say. So I know that like YouTube, what you said actually earlier, like YouTube has a, like clearly been big for you. I mean, for your agency to get clients, except the
Yeah,
YouTube, like
surprisingly.
what
Well,
is the client? Yeah, except the YouTube, like what is the client acquisitions channels, for your agency, like driving the lead, as you mentioned, that the referrals one.
mhm.
I mean, do you believe that if you started YouTube today, I mean, again, like, let's say, 30 videos per month, and do you think so that you can get like couple of clients from each month from the YouTube channels if you
Oh,
just
for
started
sure.
making the
I mean,
videos?
I haven't even put effort into YouTube. I just share like the stuff that I use to train my team or like calls that I do with
Mm,
clients and upload them there. And I haven't even like put effort into it. If we did put effort into it, I bet we'd get way more. But
yeah,
I'm already
I
busy,
agree.
and so like it's so nice because like even the little effort I've done on YouTube, I still get like maybe one lead a week who's interested in our services, even though I only have like 200 subscribers. I don't even know how that happens. Like my YouTube
Yeah.
videos don't even work, don't get that many views, but it's driving customers to me pretty well.
Yeah,
So
there's
it's
the
good.
main there. Yeah, there's the power of the YouTube actually. Like if you are, I mean, if you are good at like what you are doing, people will love your content for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in some videos there are like I mean it happens to me as well. So in some video I just got 90 views or something. I got three clients from that video, and there are some
Nice.
informational
It's
videos. Yeah,
awesome.
I mean there are some informational videos like what I create, like how to do the keyword research for this kind of things.
Yeah.
Nothing, I didn't get nothing, and on that video I got 1700, what it called like views.
Wow.
Yeah, but
Hmm.
on like I have a video like how to set up a Google ad campaign for any specific niche, and I got three. I mean, I eat this video, still today I believe this video got 92 or 93 views. I can remember
Nice.
the exact numbers. Yeah, but I got three, like people's asked me, three people's, I mean, they reach out to me for the services, but I just picked one because there are a couple of issues like budgets and like
Yeah, yeah.
this kind of things.
Not
Yeah,
everyone's going to be qualified to work with you,
yeah, of course,
which
yeah, but yeah, YouTube is the like biggest thing. That's why I am thinking like from next month. See, I already left this job, so from next month, my plan is like make 30 videos per month. I mean,
that's
just
amazing.
how to videos, just how to like how to set up Google Ad for pool contractor, how to set up Google Ad for HVAC, how to set up Google Ad for plumbing. This kind of just upload all of. I will cover every niches in the world. In
Yeah, dude.
service industries like everything, locksmith, garage door, how to set up Google Ads
You
for
could
garage
automate
door.
it too. You
You
could
know,
just set up an AI avatar that like changes out the wording and then you could
no,
like
no,
watch
no, no,
Julian
no.
Goldie. He has AI avatars that do everything for him. It's pretty convincing too.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, not really, but my plan is to like make some content, uh by myself, and just, I mean, I will show you everything, in the
Hmm.
video, like how to set up all of these things from scratch. So anyone can set
Hmm.
up this, from scratch.
You're
And
gonna share like
I mean,
a
yeah,
go high level snapshot for that industry or a negative keyword list. Like here's a
yeah,
negative keyword
everything,
list for pool
everything, yeah,
contractors.
everything.
Oh,
Like
nice.
I will provide the best value from my end. So
Uh-huh.
if someone wants to like, hey, I need to work with them, it's fine. If not, they will set up their, I mean, the Google ad from their end. So it's not a big deal for me. But
Hmm.
and again, I just want to stick with the Google ad. So that's what I wanna do, in my
Hmm.
entire career. So yeah, that's you know
It's awesome.
that's the thing.
Are
And
you nervous
and
with Google Ads changes right now? I mean, they're planning on selling Chrome soon because of the lawsuit. Perplexity's talking about buying it. That's a
Uh,
lot of nerve-wracking stuff.
Yeah, yeah, but the thing is that here's the good news. So I mostly work with like small businesses like Tree Service, for
Mm,
example. They have like $2,000 ad budget, and we are getting
mm-hmm,
like a couple of high quality lead for them each month, like
mm-hmm,
20 or 21, 23, something like this. And they're all high and they're really good at sales, and they are converting. I mean, they're converting mostly 60 or 65% from out of 23 or 22 leads. I do have a
that's great.
dumpster rental clients. Do have a dumpster rental clients. So also they have like $1,500 budget per month. I do have a junk removal. So I mean clients, so they have 3 grand budget. So I mean, all are small. I don't do any roofing right now because roofing is our stage. I mean, I stopped roofing because if someone reach out to me for roofing, I say no. I mean, I can do for that for you. I mean,
Yeah,
this kind of things.
it's too stressful.
Same thing for plumber. I will stop running ad for plumber and HVAC as well soon. But I do have one plumbing client right now. And yeah, I mean, if you work with some small businesses like free service or like, dumpster rental,
Hmm.
this kind of small businesses, I mean,
You're not worried
it's
about it then.
okay. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
okay. But yeah, I mean, you have to keep innovating yourself, like how to make the campaign better. And
Hmm.
what I learned in Google is actually, so it's Google is pretty simple. It's pretty simple. So you need to pick the right keyword, you know. So what we used to do actually, let's say for plumber. So we used to pick the plumbers near me keyword as a phrase mesh. Don't do that. You need to do like best plumber, what it called, like best plumber nearby. This kind of like long tail. The keyword which contains more than 3 words, you need to pick that kind of keyword
Mm-hmm.
so that you can, I mean, the CPC will be little bit less if you just compare the keywords. Plus there is a high chance, if I know that there is search volume issues or something like this, but not a big deal. If you can, like, let's say you best plumbers nearby, this keyword is only 10 search volume, monthly search volume, and you can make sure that you are on the first position every time, like out of 10 times
Hmm.
you will get at least 2 clicks, someone will contact with you. Just keep in mind. So that means your conversion rate for that keyword is like 50%. Google wants to see that. Google track everything like on the keyword level. Google tracks the CTR. Google tracks the, like conversion rate. Google tracks the like the, search impression share rank, the percentage one. So yeah, I mean, you need to keep innovating these kind of things when you work with account. And again, like all are small business, it's not big. So I am not too concerned, but I know that, I mean, whatever you want to say about Google Ads, without Google Ads, no one can survive in this industry, in marketing
Hmm.
industry. I mean, I can bet you, like, yeah, there are a couple of companies who can survive without the Google Ads, but think about it. From tomorrow, there is no Google Ads. I mean, there is no Google Ad types of things in the world. What will
Hmm.
happen? I mean, how
Yeah,
Google will make money? How Google
insane.
will make money? So yeah.
Hmm.
So I'm not too concerned. Let's see.
And they're
Let's see
already
how.
starting to show the ads inside of AI. So that's like
Yeah,
the thing too,
it's a
like
crazy thing. Yeah,
it's pivoting and changing and you
yeah.
just got to figure out how to
No.
adapt.
But out of every campaign type they launch, AI Search Max, Demand Gen, PMax, search is the best. Like
Hmm.
search works the best. Here's the one more thing. People, we used to create the, like SKG single keyword ad group, but right now it's
Hmm.
not working. You need to create single keyword theme group, like theme. I mean, you need to like break down the themes. Like, let's say it's for junk hauling. You need to create a junk hauling ad group. You need to create a junk, or what it called, like junk removal ad group, this kind of things. So yeah,
Hmm.
it still works. So for example, we created 28 groups for junk removal company, which we like launched last week. We got, I think, seven conversion from that campaign, and we got, the cost per conversion was, if I am not wrong, like $69 initially, which is good, I would say. Like, yeah, it's not the best, but there is options to control the cost per conversion next couple of weeks. But just think about
Hmm.
it. We created 28 I mean, like ad groups. It took lots of time, I know that.
Yeah.
But once you set up this one, it's pretty easy. And I do have a tool internally. You can use the negative keyword tool. I mean, from the search terms, you can pick the negative keyword tools. And I am releasing the tool next week as a paid version of the tool so that you can use it. i
Nice.
will I will let you know. So yeah, I mean, we are using that tool so that we can add the negative, root level negative keyword from the search terms. Let's say, for example, on the search term, you will see XYZ junk removal company, for example, you need to exclude the whole phrases from the systems, or and you need to do like XYZ as the phrase match, you need to exclude from the campaign label as well. I mean root level negative. So how you do that? Previously we used to do that using like copy and paste in a doc file, but right now we use a tool. I just click on the I just click on my tool, it automatically copy and paste, in different variation, broad, phrase, and exit. I need to choose which versions or which phrase match I want to add on the campaign level as a negative. Just copy and paste that, yeah, from my tool. The whole sheet, I can add thousands in a minute. you know
It's
so yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm planning to release my tool, probably next week or maybe next month. I'm not sure. Let me see what I can do, from the back end. But yeah, again, Google
Cool.
is changing a lot, but yeah, you need to innovate yourself, or like
Yeah.
keep learning, always keep learning, and like
Yeah. Yeah.
this kind of things.
Keep
Yeah.
testing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the exciting part of being marketer. So yeah, it's testing,
Yeah.
learning.
Yeah. Just testing. Yeah. And last question I do have for you. Just this is the last question, and yeah, then we will like close this podcast session. So if someone wants to, I mean, start their own white label agency, let's say for myself, like it's for me actually. That's why I just wrote down the question. So let's say I want to start a white label agency from tomorrow, and I do have experience in Google Ads. I do have some testimonials, like good testimonials. I do have some presence on YouTube, like all of these
Mhm.
things. So if I reach out to you for white label thing, so what you will see, what would be your first question? Like to charge me, I am the right person or not?
Mm. Yeah, I would. So I think it's a good question because a lot of white label relationships happen from, agency relationships that you have. And I
Yeah.
have a lot of agents relationships, so I could refer you quite a few people if you want. But the main thing that people are ask is what industries you work with and what case studies, what results are you able to get
Mm-hmm.
my clients? Like if I can trust you to get my clients a cost per lead that uh, is affordable for them, then because every industry is different, like roofers, they're happy for anything under $100. But a tree service company, they probably want, under 80 or $60 or whatever.
Yeah.
And so
180. Yeah.
if you have
180
like
is
that
fine.
type of data that you can back up, you can say like pull up a proposal, say like, hey, this is the cost per click in your area. I think I can get you this many, the cost per lead. And then this is a time I've done it for another company. This is my case study. And that's like a super solid proposal. And I would refer you any day on those.
Mm. Yeah,
I
I
mean, I
get
do it
it.
in-house,
Yeah.
so I'm probably not. But I have a lot of agents
I mean,
around me
I
who
get
don't
it.
do it
Yeah, I
in-house.
get it. Yeah.
But
I get it. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I am planning to build a white label agency right now. So yeah, that's why like I'm just asking some questions like when I
awesome.
get chance, yeah, with people's like you, so that I
Yeah.
can learn something like what is the thing, what is the most important thing, like to be a white label partner with them.
Yeah.
Like
Having a written case study is like the biggest thing. Like, it
yeah.
doesn't need to be like really complex and long and add a bunch of just a couple
Mm,
screenshots of the ad account, showing like
yeah.
took us this long amount of time to get this result. And yeah, that's it.
Mm, yeah. Okay. Okay. That's it from my end. So if you want to say something, about yourself or maybe your company, yeah, you are happy to say it, then we'll close this, like
Yeah, no, nothing really in particular. I'm just grateful for the chance to talk to you again. I mean, it's awesome watching you work. You and Haseed both. You guys are. I was really grateful that I was able to find both of you guys.
yeah.
And because it's really fun working with people who are passionate about marketing. And like,
Yeah.
I'm really passionate about marketing. You guys are both really passionate about marketing. And like,
Uh-huh.
it's fun to network and work with people and talk to other people who are passionate and are innovators. Like, you're creating your own app. Steve's always creating, he just created his own school group. He's
Yeah. Yeah.
releasing
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
these different automations. I'm always making different automations in my team. It's super fun. See,
Yeah. It
like, even
is.
though we're not like big names in the industry, like, no one knows who I am. Like, but it's okay. I don't really want everyone to know who I am. I like
Yeah.
having some privacy. I like just
Agree.
working in the background and like killing it.
Yeah.
And then
Agree.
like people like you guys, you're good at what you do, and that's like it's really cool. Just knowing other people who are good, since there's so many
Hmm.
scammers out there and
Yeah.
people that
Sounds good, man.
you don't want to refer to.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Yeah. Sounds good, man. Sounds good. Yeah. So yeah, that's all for today actually. So Bryce, thanks for dropping so much value. I know like a lot of viewers are going to rethink how they approach the local services after watching this podcast, for sure. And yeah, thanks everyone for watching this podcast. And if you picked even anyone's one insightful like metrics from this podcast, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, like subscribe this channel, share this podcast with your friend who is running ads, and leave us a quick review. And Bryce, thanks again for joining me. And yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Thank you. Talk to you again soon.
Yeah, thank you, man. Bye bye.